Okay, so originally I was recording, but I ended up getting a phone call. Let me show the entries real quick. Alright, so we took a short in here, added another in here. Basis of the trade, let me take these away. Basis of the trade is ES swept a 1 hour high, NQ with divergence. NQ with divergence, sorry, my brain flustered. NQ with divergence on the higher time frame as well as the lower time frame here. So S&T from this high to this high. And looking for a little power of 3 going into lunch. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution, hopefully. Risking the high. So what I was saying is I really want to see this 1 minute invert here. And if that's the case, it may give another add opportunity. But for now, we're just kind of waiting. Stop is in above the high that created the SMT. And I was saying that ES also has a new week opening gap and a liquidity target above that it may want to chase after. And in that case, my trade's most likely wrong. That's, that'll be whatever it'll be. Let's just look at the risk. Risk is relatively tight at 7.5 points. I'm thinking a smart area to partial here would be around 50% of this range, and then hold something to get us maybe below here. Also, if you look at the Dow, another thing that's not so great, well, that's not terrible. We took out these equals here, so just a really shallow sweep. But Dow's most likely going to want to deliver upside through this gap, through its new week opening gap. So there's a couple factors against right now. We're just kind of going on the fact that we've been kind of going straight up. We had this little piece here. No SMT at this point between NASDAQ and ES on the lows. That was at least noteworthy. So let's just sit and wait here. I mean, you do have this little, so as NQ is falling down, ES was going up from here to here. This low. And I can draw that in. There. Call it here, sure. So right now the trade is sluggish, which I don't really love. It is 12 o'clock, around 12:20 actually, lunch hour, so I'm hoping I'm currently in the smart money reversal, and it's just taking a little bit. Again, like I said, this inversion will really go a long way in kind of helping the narrative play out. So again, first target is around 50% of the range, and we'll just call it 30 points. Okay, that's pretty good. Love all the indexes to sweep this low. So far, the NASDAQ, very shallow, very shallow. Also, I think the Dow could definitely reach for this set of lows here, so I can mark that out. sell side. Okay, so that would be our inversion. All right, close below, retest. Pretty good. We're just gonna kind of give this trade a little bit of breathing room. Try to let it work and monitor the others while they're kind of going. So right now, ES is in this 1 minute, while NASDAQ is lagging behind. I'm going to give it a little bit more time since we've taken the respective swing lows together. So that to me is a no fret sort of sign. Just kind of let it play. Good, would like to see some more speed here out of NASDAQ. About 10 points. Also, SMT would dictate some partials as well. So we would definitely want to see NASDAQ speed up and cut through here. Don't want to see a whole lot of NASDAQ hanging around in this gap while ES is cleaning all these lows. Same with Dow. So Dow's taking this low. But again, I do like that target for the Dow. Need to make everything bolder, a little bit bolder. Pretty decent. Let's look at the higher time frames real quick. Okay, so here's where we could be in a bit of danger. Although I wouldn't count on it per se, just because it is the lunch hour. We're kind of due to retrace, and I'd just say a bit of danger because ES is coming back into this 15-minute BPR. I think enough liquidity's been taken on the upside in terms of yesterday's highs. We also took an hourly swing. Dow took a high as well. There's also SMT on the higher time frame. So if we go, NASDAQ has taken highs way over here. So I think that there's definitely room for us to retrace and not worry so much. I'm debating at the moment whether I should cut some of the risk, move the stop down, let's say over here, save a couple points on risk. A really aggressive stop placement at this point would be to move it to just break even, and I say that just because we can play with this. I wouldn't really want to see us trade so much above the inversion, the 1 minute inversion gap, so as much. Since we've left it aggressively, we've already kind of played around. We could get either a tap right on the end of it or a very shallow IO FED just into this fair value gap, but it would be a lot better if this one was a breakaway gap. So I think here's how I'll manage the position. I'll actually, I want it to be a breakaway. I don't find it unreasonable. Well, hold on, let me measure this. Okay. So basically what I'm debating at this point is, I can put one sell stop either one tick above, or I could put it just over this volume imbalance and over the mean threshold. So I think that's what I'll do. Put one buy stop there. Get rid of this one. And so if I do get my partial, this will be the remaining stop, right? I'll take this one away, and then I'll, obviously I'll keep the stop in place where it's at. I just want to see if it's at a loss if I put my stop where it is there. Second ad was a bit lower at 88.75. Okay, so about a quarter of a point. No biggie. We'll just chill on that. And we'll let the trade play. So now we're bumping into that inversion gap. So you can see we're just the perfect tap scenarios there. That's kind of good. I like that. If we can follow through from here, and then in that case, I could definitely move my stop to. Obviously, I would like us to move down from here, right, and at least take this low. And if that's the case, I can move my stop to just one tick above that high. not awesome. Exactly what you wouldn't really want to see. Let's just take a look at the, okay, so expecting this 5-minute fair value gap for now. At the order block here, 5-minute order block. That seems like it to be a perfect tap. Let's go back down to the lower time frames. And that is right at the midpoint of the inversion gap. I'm just going to take this away real quick. Now I'd like us to really flush down. And I may actually move this just one tick above this volume imbalance. Need the flush though, pretty soon. Alright, so we just got stopped out one. Keeping the other stop where it's at. Not loving all this. We may want to touch this high end. So the midpoint here is kind of my last defense on that H1, although it's not looking pretty. There you go, stopped. Good management on that trade. The Dow SMT must have been it. I was trying not to pay too much attention to it. It is what it is, though. You know, what are you gonna do? Sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. And that's gonna be it. I'll start recording again if another trade kind of catches my eye.